Why rebrand Ray's into BW Grill? Well, before I go too deep into that, into the reason why we did that, I want to clarify that Ray's was a well-known and well-respected restaurant here in Lake City. Our family is so tied to BW, the brand.
The main reason for the rebrand is just we were gonna refresh the whole restaurant and kind of give it all the same look. Originally, we just redid the back half because we wanted to give it the coffee type vibe and atmosphere for people. And then once we kind of took over the restaurant, we decided we didn't want people to think they could only sit in half of it, not the other half, and we wanted it all to kind of look the same and feel the same.
Give it kind of like a new feeling that makes people want to go check out what's happening over there.
The new remodel didn't kill me. It's pretty much done. I thought it might.
We were in a major time crunch. Between the time that the baby came and we realized how close we were coming up to the grand opening, because the grand opening kept getting delayed due to COVID. We finally got a date, and the date was August 18th, and I think we decided to start it like the 1st of August.
Mandy just didn't want to change her opening date, because that's something she totally could have done. It's something I said she should have done when I found out we only had 2 weeks. But when I asked her, you said it wasn't changeable, so I was like, okay, I guess we got 2 weeks.
Mandy gave us the go-ahead about a week and a half before our grand opening. We had a bunch of stuff going with Rattler that was in the way. I think we probably built those tables really in about 2 days. Everything in there, the tables, the backers, everything. It was 2 long days. Probably 2 days on my part, and then probably a full day on Cassie's when I wasn't there is what we had in them. So it's just pretty fast considering the amount of stuff that we built.
My role is pretty much just assisting Dad with whatever he needs and then fabricating. So he wants me to be there when we're welding it all together and helping him. So I have to do the fabricating all on my own time. So it gets a little bit time consuming.
My role is always the same. Lift this, put it there, lift that, put it over there. Lift it! Drop it! Lift it! Seriously. Lift it! Drop it! Thank you.
I kind of help where I can with making the stuff, so me and Mandy kind of tackled repainting and cleaning the whole sides of it on both areas and that stuff, and then I did a little bit of the install here. I helped Dad with metal work on some of the tables and lots of the custom signs and stuff like that. I do that stuff as well. To start off with, I was probably the annoyance because we put it off and then all of a sudden I was like, we need it now. How's that gonna work?
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him a cart right now so y'all can get off my back.
My role was primarily probably to help plan and then make sure we got it done on time. I was in charge of schedule and then helping get everything put together, making the decisions on what we're looking for. And then, of course, I help put everything in and fabricate and everything like that.
I'm more so the go-getter person for either Dad or Quentin, depending on who's got the helper and doesn't got a helper. Because at least one person needs the help, and usually Dad and Quentin are the ones there. Unless we have other family relatives there that I get put with, but they'll be like, you're with this person today, get what they need.
I painted a lot with Mandy and them, helped move tools around, assemble things, put the stickers on the windows.
My role in the project was to pay for it and to build it all and to make Stephanie happy and to make Mandy happy. Get along with my kids, you know, the typical stuff. Dad, we need to remodel Ray's to BW. It'll be better for the customers. Yes, dear. That's pretty much the way it went.
I'm usually the money person, working out the cash and getting the product and the supplies in.
As far as the features and the things that we did, really was just bringing BW into it. We changed out a lot at each booth, adding steel. We added a lot of custom-built lights using pulleys and wire baskets and things like that, giving it a much more industrial feel.
Before you had a bunch of mismatched tables, so one table might have been wider than the other, one might have been taller than the other, and they were all wobbly. And again, old. The tables were as old as the restaurant, needed to be replaced.
I fabricated the boards for the tables, the steel for the legs of the tables.
Just a 2x6 plank top with a grout kind of slurry that we made out of countertop concrete in between them. And we stained them, burned them, beat them, did all the good stuff.
I remember having to beat the boards The point of screening the chain is to put some dents in the boards. I did have to do the staining. Dad and Cassie did the epoxy, put them all together.
All that's mounted to a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, and then we covered it all with epoxy. Made a real cool top, and people have been very receptive. Wish I'd have done that on everything. So from here on out, that's probably the type of top we'll build.
We love the new tables that we ended up putting in the center of it. It really just tied it all together.
The tables make a huge difference. I mean, to anybody that's seen what was there before, I mean, it's a massive change.
They just look real nice and real cool. I like them.
We built the booth dividers, the solid steel booth dividers. It's not that glass anymore. It's kind of that industrial metal we're really going for with BW. And I think that turned out really well.
The booths on one side, on one wall of the lobby, has the booths have this awning above it. We used to have these wooden shingles on top with different signs, such as like Stables or Sheriff. And we decided to change that, so we ripped all the shingles off. We put the stainless steel sheets up there with metal strips coming down to kind of give it, again, an industrial look. Did the same thing to the small awning above the front menu signs.
Got some new signage all around, just really refreshed it up. I think it looks really good.
I completely redid the front counter area. So Dad built a custom front counter with a custom tabletop. How heavy is it?
Pretty freaking heavy.
Dad, you wanna come help?
A real simple frame, pretty heavy. I mean, again, I don't know what those weigh, but I know they're over 100 pounds a piece.
What if we do one end at a time? Why? Because it's heavy.
too far.
Quentin didn't do it one end at a time.
You lifted this up here by yourself?
Yes, we did.
carried this bitch
Mandy.
on
All
our
right,
backs.
let's see it.
Well, now that
From
you're
here
I'm
to
not
the
gonna
deli
do
and
it.
back.
Please don't bust my ankles.
Get your ankles broke,
You ready? Oh gosh, runaway cart. He said he didn't want to do one end at a time.
Well,
Weaker
yep.
today than he was yesterday, I guess.
For real.
The front counter, which is probably my favorite thing and the most thing that's noticeable to me, is it's completely redone. We got a new dessert case, and I think it just cleaned the whole thing up and made it look really nice and fresh.
And the dessert display, of course, added a whole new kind of look to it. We actually sell a ton more desserts because of it, because you actually kind of see what we're serving. But that kind of just the whole new look we put up there is definitely my favorite part.
As far as installation goes, again, some of the smaller details is kind of done a couple nights in advance with Mandy. So deli would close, Mandy would come in with some of her sisters, and they'd paint it. But the majority of what you've seen in the lobby and in the front lobby there was all done in one night.
No, I ain't gonna, because we're gonna have to try to break that without breaking.
What, are you bottoming out?
Yep. It might poke a hole through there all. Can you see my drill bit? Yeah, give me a screwdriver. Hopefully it won't chip it. That's what I would do if I was drilling through like. Weirdo. Stinking camera guys. It's like, they think they're like the Pink Panther with their little magnifying glass.
Dad and Cassie did a lot of after hours we didn't know about, but they put a lot of time into it. So probably a week of them just different hours working on stuff, doing stuff all the time. We did a few late nights of doing stuff, but overall it probably took us a good long 2 weeks of everybody putting some time in on it.
We completely launched a new breakfast. We had like a small breakfast menu for the coffee shop for to-go stuff, but we did a full breakfast. So we got a big BW breakfast platter. So that's like your go-to breakfast eaters. It has your egg, your meat, your toast, your side, and then you can add a pancake.
Being in the South, of course, one of the things you had to put on there was grits.
I don't like them.
It was definitely the right choice. Obviously, they're not for everybody, but we have various things. I mean, of course, we can do the simple things. You know, we got sausage, we got grits, we got eggs, we got bacon. Then we can do pancakes, we can do waffles.
The waffles are really good. I had waffles with chocolate chip and peanut butter.
I think they did a good job. We got waffles, pancakes, mini pancakes, we got chicken and waffles.
And then we did a few to-go items, so you can get like waffles in a cup, you can get pancake cereal in a cup.
My favorite item on the breakfast menu is going to be the pancake cereal. I get it every morning with chocolate chips and whipped cream.
Sure, I would love to talk about breakfast. I mean, I haven't gotten to eat it yet, but it looks really good. I fought hard for the people of Lake City to get that breakfast. I felt it would go over good.
It was Shane's idea to expand the breakfast. He was trying to come up with something to bring people in earlier.
We came up with some really good recipes. Laura has always been a breakfast person. Her whole family was a breakfast family. The way it's presented, I think, is really cool. A lot of that is me putting pressure on Mandy.
Weekends have definitely got a huge inside crowd now. We're getting a lot of new breakfast people here in the mornings, which is a lot of fun. I think they're all loving the new breakfast, and how we're serving it is definitely very unique. And I think they're really liking it, and it's turning out really good.
But by the time they got breakfast up, the diet had started, and I know that everybody else in the diet has got to try it and eat it and everything. But as far as me, my experience with the breakfast is every morning I come up here for breakfast with Cassie, I drink my cup of coffee and watch Cassie eat her pancake cereal.
So we got a kind of wide variety of everything for breakfast.
Most of the people that we communicate with are just absolutely think it's great. They think it's great to have a place where they can go have coffee and meet with clients and do even have book clubs or different things. Most people that I've spoke with are very excited about it. It's somewhere you can sit down and have a meal and have a specialty coffee, and kind of unique in that way.
We actually have a lot of people coming in that didn't know we existed, which surprises me because Ray's was here for almost 8 years. But the ones that have been coming, we've had nothing but good feedback. They really like the changes, they like the new atmosphere. They feel it's very, not homey, but kind of feel like family. They kind of like the environment and how it feels. So like I say, I haven't heard anything negative from anything that we've done to it.
The coolest part of the entire remodel to me is the customer's reaction. Like I said, there's been several people that I've never met before figure out who I am, walk up to me, and some of them have actually thanked me for doing it for them, and it just meant so much.